but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So I'm hoping that slugging it out today will pay off for Big Cottonwood in September.
Welcome back to my channel. This week was all about adapting, fitting in workouts while traveling, and figuring out how to survive training during a brutal heat wave. Let's break it down.
Good morning from the Big Apple. It's June 22nd, and we're 11 weeks away from the Big Cottonwood Half Marathon. We're in the middle of a heat wave. Right now it's 7:30 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is at 71%. We got cloud cover at least, and according to the weather app, it's supposed to drizzle in a few minutes. But do I care? Nah, not really. I'm actually grateful that we have some cloud cover because I was not looking forward to running during the heat wave, but it is what it is.
I just happened to be on vacation in New York City during one of the hottest weeks of the year.
A different scenery compared to what I usually run. I usually run, in the Inland Empire, so you'll see like desert landscape or along the beach.
Crossing the street because we are going to run along the Hudson River.
Yes, the Hudson River over there. The same Hudson River that Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr rode over to Weehawken, New Jersey for the infamous duel. What I love about this path is that there are a lot of runners and it's scenic. You can run towards uptown over there, and there's Riverside Park South. That's a pretty nice area to run. Or you can run downtown, which offers more sights. What's on tap today? We have 4 miles of easy running. In the last mile, I'll be doing 4 sets of 20-second strides. Gonna get in a little bit of speed work here because you know what? We're here in New York City, home of the New York City Marathon. Here we go, 4 miles of easy running. There's Jason getting a little bit of a head start. This is where you catch the ferry if you want to go to New Jersey to Hoboken and Weehawken. I love running along this path, as you can see, designed for runners over here, and then the cyclists are over there. How can you not love this view of the Hudson River? We really lucked out with this optimal running weather. Yes, I know we're in the middle of a heat wave, but we got a little bit of respite. Looks like pickleball is popular here in New York City, just like in LA. I'm actually not really into racket sport. I just prefer running. I see some raindrops on the pavement here. Normally, I hate running in the rain, but you know what? I'm loving it right now. We need it. We need to cool off somehow. And even if it was sunny, there is a little bit of tree cover. Actually, I don't really remember all these trees in past years, or maybe I wasn't paying attention when I ran here a few years ago. But hey, I'll take it. Anytime you can get a little shade, take advantage of it. I gotta admit, I like it. Oh, and there's Chelsea Piers.
Chelsea Piers offers a diverse range of activities, including a driving range, batting cages, ice skating, bowling, rock climbing, and a health club.
Back out here along the Hudson River, back on the running path. Over there is Little Island. It's pretty cool. So, you know how there's a High Line? Well, the same company that built the High Line also built Little Island. Let's go check it out just for a little bit. I'm just gonna run up to it and then back.
Little Island is a unique public park built on the piers in the Hudson River.
That's what I mean about running towards downtown. It's more scenic. I mean, you got Little Island over there. It's a bathroom in case you need a potty break. Better than using the porta potties in a race, right? Up ahead there is One World Trade Center. Straight over there is Hoboken and New Jersey. Park benches in case you want to take a break, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the water. Again, One World Trade Center. I'm going to run out here so I can get a better view. Here, I'm just going to take a little break here because I got to take a photo and a video of this site. I mean, come on, this is New York City. We don't see this in LA. Plus, we're halfway in, so it's the turnaround point. I don't see my husband yet, so I'll wait for him. Or on second thought, I'm just going to go for it. Maybe he really is going super easy. There he is. I'm gonna turn around. Okay, I have 1 more mile before I do my strides. So I'll see you in a mile. Back at Chelsea Piers, we're about ready to do our sets of strides in the last mile here. First set of strides down, and I can feel the raindrops even more. Second set of strides down. It was a little slow there because the pavement's a little slippery because of the rain, but not here because we have some cover from the trees. Third set down, and at least we're on asphalt, so I'm familiar with that. Fourth set done. We are done with the speed workout portion of it. Now it's a half mile cool down to our original start area. And I'll wait for my husband. I have no idea how far he is behind me right now. There we go, 4 miles done. It's actually not raining too hard. It's just some big drops, but doable and much needed. I had been dreading this run all week because of the heat wave. I was really worried that we were going to be super hot, but it turned out that the weather was just perfect for running. A little humid, but that's okay. I mean, I could use some heat training. Got to make things tough here. There he is, coming in hot and easy, like a hot pocket.
Honestly, if you're visiting New York City, the Hudson River Path is a great route. It stretches for miles with views that distract you from obsessing over the heat. And I kept this one early. That's tip number 1 for hot weather running. Beat the sun. Early morning or late evening are your best bets. We were lucky that there was light rain that morning, but we weren't so lucky the next day for my big Central Park workout.
We got an early start here. It's 6:14 a.m. and we're having a heat wave. It's already 78 Fahrenheit with 89% humidity. Of course, it's our annual Central Park run. So we're gonna head over on the subway and I'll see you guys over at Central Park.
Despite it being 6 o'clock in the morning, it was already warm. Let's just say it was cooler in the subway than outside. When we came out of the subway, the weight of the heat hit us.
We're here on the north entrance of Central Park on 110th Street. Normally, that's not where we start the run. We normally are at Central Park South on 50th and Columbia. However, today's workout is only going to be 5 miles instead of our usual 6-mile loop. This is nice. I normally don't get to appreciate views like this because normally when we run, I'm just trying to get the workout done that I don't get to take the time to enjoy this. I wanted to minimize the going back and forth, like, running 2.5 miles one way and then turning around and running 2.5 miles the other way, or running the full loop, which is 6 miles, and then, since the workout's only 5 miles, having to walk the last mile. So instead, I'm gonna run 4 miles and then I'm gonna turn around and run the last mile, and hopefully we'll end up at the Central Park South entrance and then we can catch the train back to our hotel.
Central Park is a dream for runners. Even in the heat, it has hills, shades, loops of every distance, and people out running at all hours.
All right, gonna start our 2025 Central Park run. Let's go. Okay, this isn't too bad. At least it's shaded. Yes, it's a little warm, it's a little humid, but at least we got shade. So that's how you stay cool while in New York in the heat wave, and you still got to do a running workout. We're gonna warm up for 2 miles, and then we got 1 minute fartleks at 6:45 to 7:15 pace, and 2 minute recoveries. We're gonna do that 8 times. Oh, I hate this part of the course where we go uphill, but at least we're starting off with it instead of the middle of the run like we usually do. That's okay, no big deal. Just glad that we're getting this done and over with early in the run. My coach should be happy. I'm getting in a bonus uphill run during my warm-up. Yeah, this goes on for a bit, so I'm definitely glad that we're getting it done and over with early on. I see the crest. That means we're gonna go downhill after this. Woohoo! Yay for downhill! Hey, it's just like the rebel races where you have to go downhill, but you gotta take a 10-minute penalty if you're going to qualify for Boston. However, my penalty for today is to run in the heat and humidity. That should count towards something. Yes, it's challenging to do a speed workout in Central Park in the middle of summer. You gotta factor in the heat, humidity, and the inclines because Central Park is not flat. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So I'm hoping that slugging it out today will pay off for Big Cottonwood in September. I have to stop there for 10 seconds to tie my shoelace, but at least it's the warm-up, so who cares at the time. Now my other shoelace became untied, so that's twice. Hopefully I don't have to keep stopping. I am enjoying this downhill part. It gives me a little recovery time before I get into my speed intervals. 2 mile warm-up done. I'm gonna take a little breather here before I get into my fast sets. I'm not used to running in this type of humidity. Yeah, sometimes I get humid in Southern California, but not like this. Well, at least the first set is gonna be downhill, so that'll help. First set down. Now get a 2-minute recovery. Rinse and repeat 8 times or 7 more times. Meanwhile, sit back and enjoy the views, right? Enjoy the views while recovering. 4 intervals down. That's where we're at. We're about 3 miles in to the run, so 2 more miles or 4 more really fast minutes. I'm really huffing and puffing because, yeah, this is hard. If I was doing this at home at the beach, easy peasy. This reminds me of my run in Singapore, although I didn't really hit any of my splits in Singapore. Not sure how I'm doing with the splits here, but you know what? You got to cut yourself some slack here. It's hot, it's humid, you're on vacation. So coming out here and running Central Park, that's a bonus. 1 more interval to go. I can do this. I can suck it up for another minute of hard running. There, I did it. 8th interval done. I'll show the times later, but I gotta recover and then gotta head back to the 59th and Columbia Street exit because that's where I told my husband that we were gonna meet up. And look who I found. Great workout, right?
This is horrible.
I run Central Park every year, and I have to say, this is the hardest run this year. I know I said that last year and the year before that. No, but really, this year was the worst. Worse as in worse running conditions with it being super hot, super humid. We're in the middle of a heat wave. All of this despite getting up early. I wonder what would have happened if I had gotten up my usual time when I'm on vacation. But the good news is that I actually hit all of my intervals, but they did come at a cost. I had to slow down a lot during my recovery periods, but that's what you got to do to hit those paces. So the fact that I was able to hit all 8, that's great. I guess all that weight training and squats and everything I've been doing, it's been helping me build up my quad strength. Now, let's get out of Central Park. As beautiful as it is, as nice and shady as it is, I want to get out of here, get a smoothie, and then go back to the hotel.
Here's another tip. Don't chase perfect times in the heat. Effort matters more than pace when it's this warm, and it was helpful that the Central Park course had some downhills for me to make running seem easier. By the 3rd run of the week, the heat was too much. It was 86 Fahrenheit at 8:30 a.m.
Good morning. It's June 25th and it's my last day here in New York City. It's also the last day of the heat wave and got off to a late start. It's 8:30, but it's already 85 degrees outside. Running on Monday at Central Park, I mean, that was a pretty, hard workout, especially with the heat and humidity. So today on my last day, I'm just gonna take it easy. Because we're in the city that never sleeps. Guess what? Neither does this gym. This is one of the few hotel gyms I've seen that's open 24/7. This is the reason why I keep coming back to this hotel. This is my 3rd year staying at this hotel when we visit New York City. I don't know about you, but I do pick my hotels now based on how good their gym photos look online.
It's not glamorous and it's a bit of a grind, but it's safe, it's air conditioned, and I still got all the miles in.
3 miles down and I'm on my cool down.
This is comical with this treadmill. It's like I'm hiking to one of the glaciers, which I've done before. Did that over 10 years ago in Alaska. It was fun, a little chilly, but you know, the views were spectacular.
And that's it from New York City. We got 11 more weeks until Big Cottonwood. Just because I'm traveling doesn't mean I have to put my half marathon training on hold. New York City has a huge running community. There are plenty of places to run, even though I know it looks really crowded with cars and people, but you could find opportunities to run.
Training while traveling isn't easy, especially in a city as intense as New York City and during a heat wave no less. But it's possible, and honestly, it makes you tougher. Here are a few tricks that helped me get through this hot week. Get up early, beat the heat in the crowds, pick shady routes like Central Park, hydrate often, be flexible. Treadmills are your friend when it gets extreme. Stay cool and keep running. I'll see you in my next vlog.